So now the excitation will be supplied through a DC source. As soon as your DPST on, then the field excitation is available for the generator. Hence, the voltage is developed across the generator. Now you can see that this meter showing the current, field excitation current, and there is a voltage build-up 180 volts is there. Okay. So now in order to achieve the speed control, now you know that the N is proportional to EB by phi. So phi is the flux, field flux in the motor basically. Thus that we will keep it is constant, because we are not varying the field of the DC motor, so that it is a constant flux will be there. And now we are varying the DC excitation generator of the field, so that the voltage we can vary across the generator. The same will be applied across the shunt motor. Now I am varying the field of a excitation of a generator. In turns it will build up the voltage. You can see through this meter. Okay, we vary the excitation. As soon as excitation is varies, then it will it will build up the voltage across the generator. It is applied to this. Now centrifugal switches, I will keep it to the one position. So motor will start the generating. Now the motor is running. So now the field is available. Now the voltage is available to the DC motor, that is in the forward direction. So now the motor is rotating in a forward direction. Now you can control the speed of a motor by varying the excitation of a generator. In turns it will build up the voltage. So if the voltage varies, then the speed is also varies. Now the speed is 1266 is there. Now excitation is varies of the generator side. So the voltage is built up across the generator. It is applied to the motor. Then the speed is also varies. So as soon as the voltage increases, it is directly proportional to the speed. So that excitation varies. At each step you have to note down the reading. At each step of this excitation, so you note down the armature voltage as well as the DC motor speed. So this is in the forward direction, because centrifugal switch is in the first position. So here now the motor is rotating in a clockwise direction, forward direction. So this is the one side of the experiment. So next the reverse direction, you have to keep it in the original position. This rheostat, keep it in the original position. And switch should be closer to 0. Okay. So now the switch is thrown onto the second side, means I am interchanging the terminals of a armature terminal of a generator to the given to the DC shunt motor, so that DC shunt motor is having a different polarity now than compared to the earlier, so that it is having a reverse direction of rotation of a DC motor. Now in the reverse direction also you can control the speed by excitation of this. You can vary the excitation again to the generator, so that armature voltage of a generator varies, that you can see here, vary the generator field. So flux is increases, so that EMF is also increases. So you can see the speed of a DC motor also varies in the reverse direction, controlling the speed. So the speed is increases, means voltage available to the DC motor is increases. So this will going to demonstrate the speed control of a DC motor in both forward and reverse direction.